Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic, less known classic. This is episode number 2853, Doubleshot number 2747. I got two Batman related trades. First that we have is Nightwing, Love and War. This is the first of two trades to collect Marv Wolfman's run for Nightwing. And also the penultimate trade discussed for Nightwing Volume 2, because when I review the next trade, which is going to be in Future Comic Corner, I'll be done with Nightwing Volume 2. Completely all done. This book contains reprints issues 125 to 128. Yeah, very short amount of issues. Yes. Actually, it was 125, 132. Here's the thing with these issues. Yes, we have Marvel on the writing here, but the artwork is now by Dan Jurgens. You think, Nick, wait a minute. Didn't you say when you viewed Nightwing with Dan Jurgens writing, he had no experience writing the character? That's indeed true, but he did do the artwork for his book. Yes, so maybe that was the reason why they selected to do Nightwing for that Rick Race and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, now we're starting up. Marvel opens very brief from the book, and him leaving after like a year. Yes. For some reason, of this book after a year, I'm not sure exactly the reason for it. I never met Marvel, so I don't know what the reason for it is. So we have Dan Jurgens obviously in the artwork with Jamel Engel and Paco Diaz on the artwork. Yes. So also, but it's Nightwing take on this new guy, who's in a steel suit here. Yeah, this guy here. That's got a lot of the plot right here. Of course, decoration obviously in New York City. He's also getting involved with basically a neighbor of his who's very interested in him. Where she's kind of a masseuse who helps him out with his problems, and we see all the bruises. We also the scars on his back, which I find that to be interesting. Interesting, Jurgens would draw that because I think most artists at DC, if they would draw Dick with a shirt on, especially his back, they probably would have to pick that. And like, oh yeah, rain check, take out the guy with the suit, who apparently is like disfigured under that suit. Yeah, and then apparently, 8:30, like a power nap, 10 minutes in. And then see, it's 10:17, 12:27, and it's 1:48, and then someone comes to contact him. Yeah. Of course, Marvel one throws a joke about Aquaman here. No, those of you curious though, did Marvel ever write Aquaman? No, but he did write Aqualad occasionally in the pages of Teen Titans, so of course make a joke about basically Aquaman here. It's like you read this, you're like, man, we miss Bloodhaven, but New York City's a good place for him, so just tries out, and of course he's doing some gymnastic stuff. There's a guy who braces. I do like the writing here, but it seems as though like a lot of this, and of course there's one point in the book where Nightwing gets buried alive. Yes, he gets buried alive in this book by the villain. Yep. Also, he gets out, and apparently he digs himself out by digging. So apparently the way the grave is situated is near a hill, where it's like he digs himself out after all this while, and he comes up the side of a hill. I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah. It's like for the start, this one it's okay. There's a lot of images in here of Starfire that look like she's not in this book. Maybe because Marvel Open is really wanting to have Dick back with Starfire, but I guess not. And then Lex Luthor pops up in this book. You think, wait a minute, Lex Luthor. Well, Marv Wolfman did write Superman, so of course, basically, he knows how to write Lex Luthor. But for some reason, he doesn't have eyebrows. Yeah. The building blows up while it's Lex. We have this sort of attempted wedding. Oh yeah, also Dick broke his arm at some point, so he basically is in a sling. He runs into, looks like he runs into Barbara Gordon in this library. Yeah, brief camp by her. And then we have it where it's in Staten Island. We have this woman got kidnapped. Apparently she's shipping underwear. And it seems as though the female partner of this guy, it's like she really wants to do her. That's how the artwork presents it. I mean, does it look like she wants to do her? Yes. Yeah. So finds a bouncer, goes to a restaurant, and then we finally have Bruce Wayne pop in the book without the bat costume. Very rare occasion, because it seems like a lot of the time whenever Batman pops up in the book, usually he's appearing as Batman. This is one of the rare cases where he appears as Bruce Wayne. I'm like, that's interesting. Oh yeah, to distract him, of course, basically there's this wedding thing. I thought the redhead might be Barbara Gordon, but it's not Barbara, it's somebody else. Interesting stuff here. The thing is, I like the next story a lot better than this. And then we have a appearance here by the Dark Side. I wonder if that's a reference to the Dark Side Club. Yeah, which by the way, there was a club called the Dark Side Club, and it was owned by Darkseid, who had human form. For reasons unexplained, that they did this as sort of a setup for Final Crisis. Yeah. Dick training here. I read these issues, I'm like, okay, does Dick have a base? I get the fact he's in New York City, but it seems like he's just like all over the place. Also, one thing I think is really interesting, that I find this interesting, though, the fact Wolfman doesn't have Nightwing pay a visit to the former Titans Island. Like, he's in New York City, why not go pay his visit? Nope. Excuse me, it's like Titans here passe and mention. More people up, and of course we have the guy who's nearly killed this woman who apparently is his wife. It's I gotta say this opening story is interesting to say the least. I'm gonna give it roughly a 8.5 out of 10, but I like the next story better. Alright, next up we have is Birds of Prey Prodigy, a very recent released Birds of Prey book. And here's the weird thing about this book. They released this after the trade that came after this one. Yes. For some strange reason, I don't know the reason for this. You see, this is kind of the weird thing. So, when DC decided to collect the Gail Simone Birds of Prey stuff, they started with Bird of Mystery, obviously, then Hero Hunters, Fires by Trade. And then for some reason they skipped these issues, went straight to the Whitewater stuff, which was 104, 112, and finally in the beginning. And finally we have this book here. I'm like, DC, what the heck? Yeah, I'm not sure why this stuff was skipped for. This is interesting because this actually is sort of a combination of two trades like normal. This is basically Blood Circus and Dead Winter. So, there is a debuts in here, at least two. In issue 96, we have a debut of the character Misfit. A character who claims she was Batgirl, but just a magic user who uses the Batgirl identity for play. And then she became Misfit. And issue 100 is the debut of a brand new character, Spy Smasher, who is a rival of Barbara Gordon's, who becomes a regular character in this book, even after Gail Simone leaves the book. Yeah, she's in the book for a little while, and then she is eventually kicked out of the book. So, plus issue 100, well, they also expanded the line to include, Judah Master, Manhunter, Big Barda. In issue 100, around this period of time, they introduced a new character named Sin, who kind of becomes Black Canary's surrogate daughter. There's reference here to her awesome mom, the original Black Canary, which you only can tell is original Black Canary because she wears a diamond mask, because Diana does not wear a diamond mask like a mom. She has fishnet stockings. There is reference, obviously, to her used to wear a wig. She does mention that the thing was hot to wear. Yes. And after a while, she decided to just dye her hair blonde instead of just basically wear a wig. They do explain here quite nicely. I do the fact they do this. But I do like the stories in here, per se. Hunter's, of course, back in the team, obviously. She's been back in the team for quite a while. She came back with the next set of issues. But these issues are really, really good. And I do criticize DC for releasing this after the issues that collect the end of this book. Yeah, I don't get why DC did this for. Like, why would they skip basically the penultimate set of issues that came before the end of Gail Simone's on the book? It's like issues 92 to 103, I should mention, yes. And 103 is basically Katarina, aka Spy Smash, take over the team. Well, she basically ends up having worked with Oracle until basically she gets a fight with her and has a bunch of her female superheroes, including Wildcat, there to basically tell her, get out. And then the book ended long after that. But I love these issues of Birds of Prey. I thought they were really good. Yes. So, like I said, aside from Gail Simone, also talking about our core ratings issues with artwork by Nicola Scott, Paolo Sakura, James Rawls, and Joe Brito. There's also stuff in here related to Black Alice, which basically have explored in Secret 6. But great set of issues. Love them. And with this, basically, I'm done reviewing Gail Simone's run for Volume 1 for Black Canary. An amazing run. Not a bad issue. There is one criticism I have for this book, these trades for Birds of Prey. DC has still to this very day, not bothered to finish collecting Chuck Dixon's run. Yeah, when this run came out, I was a bit baffled when the first trade came out. Like, wait a minute, why are they skipping the rest of Chuck Dixon's run for? You collect issue 21 and then you just stop? Why? It makes no freaking sense at all. Because that third volume was released in 2017. Yeah, that book was released 7 years ago. And then here's the weird thing. The next new trade for Birds of Prey for new printing doesn't come out until 3 years later. With Birds of Prey Murder Mystery. Why the 3 years? I don't know. That one's nothing to do with the crossovers, that is. Yes. Oh, here's a little fun fact about the Birds of Prey book. Only just the Bruce Wayne murder / Bruce Wayne Physical crossover that it was ever part of course, it was a crossover with Nightwing. But aside from that, the book has never had crossovers. Not really. It's like basically Dixon, when he wrote the book, he kept it away from crossovers until he had to do with the murder / fugitive stuff. Excuse me, but not much to say of this book. I'm going to book a 10 out of 10. It's really good. It's a sad shame in the case of Gail Simone where, like, 103 isn't here, and yet, here's the weird thing. She would lead the book not long after this. She would do roughly about not many more issues after this one. If you're really curious, she would do the book for another 5 issues, and then she would leave. Yeah. But love this stuff here. Yep. But yeah, that's taking a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do another like button. I'll see you all tomorrow for my next videos for Mystery Academy, One Piece, My Hero Academia, and Fairy Tail. Okay? Next video.